Okay, we're back in team. Problem number two that I feel like myself in the past, certain clients when they come on, have a misconception around like protein being really expensive or like highly nutritious food being really expensive. And chances are, like, yeah, you're going to have to spend a little bit of money, but I think when you compare this to what you're spending money on already, you'll probably be really surprised at the fact that it's probably near to the same amount, or you might spend a pound or two more. And really, you're getting high quality nutritious food that is aligned with your goal. So I think there is a bit of a misconception here when it comes to how much food actually costs. We're probably just not aware of what we're doing, or we're not probably being very savvy when it comes to actually prepping our food. And we're probably not putting a lot of planning into it. So we're very reactive. And when we're reactive, we have to then obviously buy food out and about, and that can be highly expensive. And chances are the foods that are going to be better for us, more nutritious, higher protein, more well balanced food groups, like they're going to cost more and they're going to be harder to find if you're probably not in a city or at least in a town, because going to corner shops, going to fast food chains, you're not going to be getting great options. So I'm going to present five, I believe, different ideas with three different columns. So we've got our current choice, ideas that I feel come up quite a lot when people voice what they're currently doing or have done, a home alternative, and a meal prep alternative. So current choices, pardon me, let's think. Meal deal, going to Tesco's. If you're going into London, prep lovers. If you're out and about, fast food like a Subway, or just generally any local food vendor. Home cooked alternatives, we're thinking here nutritious, protein rich meals prepared at home, done by you. And we're thinking that when we're creating these meals, we are thinking, right, where is the protein source coming from? And obviously, if we are vegetarian or vegan, we can still get highly nutritious, protein packed meals. It's just we need to be thinking about what we're doing because it's going to take a little bit more care and attention. And number three, meal prep services. Convenient options from UK meal prep companies. And we've seen these in the previous slides. There's a few different ones out there. And to be honest, even when you are going to go for these, there's a lot of deals at the start. So you could literally chop and change through 5, 6, 7 different meal prep companies and just test them all out, because I have, obviously, my mates being some of them being coaches. Honestly, I think they all try different companies. Like there's a load out there and they all preference and they all prefer different ones. So it's just coming down to what your preference is in terms of food quality and the taste. Because remember, the main focus here is what can we do on a regular basis? How are we going to find some sort of consistency when it comes to meal prep, whether we're outsourcing it or meal prepping for ourselves? So let's kick it off with the good old-fashioned sandwich. Now, we need to think about this because sometimes I've put down, obviously, let's talk through this slide and then I'll explain how each slide is going to be designed. So we're going to go on the left-hand side, we've got meal, price, calories, protein, and notes. And then we've got current choices, home cooked alternatives, and meal prep services. So if we look at this, obviously the good old-fashioned sandwich, some people might like Marmite, some people might go cheese and pickle, some people might go ham and cheese, some people might go for like a BLT, and they're all okay, and there's nothing wrong with having a sandwich, right? A sandwich can be so good. Like think of like a steak sandwich with some cheese, maybe a couple pickles, superb. Think of like a chicken breast sandwich that you've cooked yourself, and in the sandwich you've got a chicken breast maybe sliced up in half, so obviously a bit thinner, on some sourdough, on a wholemeal bloomer, like whatever. You can make a sandwich really, really good. It's just sometimes when we're buying sandwiches, we're probably getting them from somewhere like Tesco's, and chances are they're not going to be that great. They're going to be okay, but they're not going to be great, and we can do a lot better. So current choice, we're going to go with a Sainsbury's ham and cheese sandwich. Price of $3.75, 420 calories, around 20 grams of protein, and quite high in saturated fat. So not the good kind. So we look at this and it's an okay choice. It's going to serve us in that moment, but is it going to serve us long term? Probably not. Not just from like, us not hitting our protein target, but also like just from an energy standpoint, like are we going to feel like full up for a long period of time? Probably not. Home cooked alternative. a grilled chicken salad with some quinoa. So you can have a grilled chicken salad, you can have some quinoa on the side, you go grilled chicken salad just on its own. So grilled chicken, salad, and then maybe some light dressing. You could even make like a yogurt dressing with some lemon and some olive oil. It's banging. So just try it out. Like, think about what food you like. Think about where's your protein source coming from in that meal. Price circa maybe £2.50, calories 450, protein 30 to 50 grams, balanced nutrients, high in protein. Boom. Meal prep services. This is from Prep Kitchen, the high protein chicken meal. £6.25, 500 calories, 40 grams of protein. It's convenient, it's balanced. So yeah, there's a little bit of a change here and obviously pricing. But remember, on the right hand side, convenience is your friend here. That's what you're paying for. You're paying for the scenery, so to speak. But in this case, it's convenience. Ready meal dinners. A good old fashioned packet microwave lasagna. And they're cool. Price £4.50, calories maybe 600 to 800, protein around 20 grams, depending on the quality of this meal prep, the quality of this ready meal dinner. High in saturated fat and salt. Okay, home cooked alternative. We're going to go with baked salmon with roasted vegetables. It's so easy. You put everything in the oven dish, done. So you bit of prep time, 5 minutes. Let's say maybe 10 if you're taking your time. Put it in the oven. 30 minutes. Done. Even if you've got an air fryer, probably even quicker. £5, 600 calories, around 40 grams of protein, rich in omega-3s, and it's customizable. Meal prep services. Thrive's Balanced Diet Meal Plan. That's probably going to chuck out a lot of different stuff, but £8.33 per meal, 550 calories, 35 grams of protein, fast tasting, goal focused. With this, don't forget there are 20, 30, 40, 50 different meals that you can get from meal prep services. Like, there's different foods that you can have to suit your palate, suit your style, suit the food you like. Obviously, if you're vegetarian, vegan, meat eater, whatever. Obviously, they're going to be somewhere around the £6 to £8 mark. So just bear that in mind. But again, convenience. And it's going to be fitting your macros of where they want to be. Number 3, the fast food option. A Subway meatball marinara 6-inch sub. Now, these are lovely. This is probably what I would get if I was to ever go Subway, or used to in the past on hearty Italian. I think I used to get. So let's say Subway meatball marinara 6-inch sub, £4, I think. I don't know what it is nowadays. 437 calories, and it's 21 grams of protein, high in saturated fat and salt. Again, home cooked alternative. Turkey and vegetable stir fry. 1 pan, easy, batch cook. You can do this once on a Sunday and you've got 4 meals. You can eat Sunday night and then you've got 3 lunches prepped for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Boom. So easy. Price, £3 to £4. 400 calories, 35 to 45 grams of protein. Fresh ingredients, quick to prepare, and high in protein. Boom. Meal prep services. A simmer soya bolognese, £6 to £7, 426 calories and 20 grams of protein. Healthy recipe, varied diet. That one's obviously vegan, so not too bad. On the go breakfast options. An almond croissant with a latte. I love an almond croissant. On a weekend, maybe before a workout, bang in, warm it up. If you don't do this, warm it up. Unbelievable. So an almond croissant with a latte, I'm not going to lie, terrible choice for breakfast because it's going to be not at all nutritious. You're going to absorb way too many calories and you're going to have a nice spike in your blood sugar and then crash. So not ideal. £6 to £7 depending on the croissant and depending on where you buy your latte. If it's done at home, brilliant. If it's out and about, it's going to cost you a fortune. 540 calories, 5 to 10 grams of protein, high in sugar, low in protein. Boo. Home cooked alternative. We're going for Greek yogurt with berries and nuts, an Americano or flat white. Not too bad. £5 to £7, £2 to £3 for the yogurt, £3.50 for a coffee. I would get mine at a nice boutique coffee shop because I'm a bit of a coffee snob. No to Costa, no to Cafe Nero, no to Starbucks. Terrible coffee, and if you like it, I'm sorry. Calories, 3 to 400, 25 to 40 grams of protein. Balanced, easy to mass prep as well with this yogurt. So what I think you need to understand here is on yogurt. Greek yogurt, the best brand out there is Fage. Not pronounced Fagi. Fage is unbelievable. Per 100 grams, I think you're getting 9 grams of protein. So unbelievable. Meal prep service here. We've got scrambled egg, potato hash, and turkey with bacon. Sorry, turkey bacon with an espresso. Espresso here, look, we're losing the milk, so we're saving on calories. £5 to £7, 440 calories, 40 grams of protein. Convenient, grab and go, out the door. Lastly, a snack option. So this is one of a close friend who's done this in the past. A Nutra grain bar, if I spelled that incorrectly. Nutra grain bar, grapes and a Coke. £3, around 350 calories, around 5 grams protein, high in sugar, low in protein. Chuck it to one side. Home cooked alternative. Beef jerky, hummus with some veggie sticks and boiled eggs. Not too shabby. And you could even chuck out the boiled eggs and have a smoothie, protein smoothie. Very, very good. Price, £3 to £4, 300 calories, 30 grams of protein, high in protein, easy to prep. It's almost like grab and go stuff. So simple. Meal prep service, you've got protein balls. You can do this meal prep, or you can do it store-bought, or you can even make them yourself. £2 to £4, 2 to 400 calories, 12 to 20 grams of protein, easy grab and go. You haven't got to think about it in the morning if you're rushed. The key takeaways here, right? Home cooked meals, they're cheaper, higher in protein, and they're going to be more nutrient dense foods, meaning you're going to get longer lasting energy through the day. Big, big wins. Meal prep services, they're convenient, they're macro friendly because they're going to fit whatever you put in terms of if you're looking to lose fat, if you're looking to go for performance, you can input this into the table and your criteria when you're setting up your meal plan. And they're going to align with a future you. This is what you've got to think, right? You've got to think of the identity of the person who you want to become. And right now, you've got to think if convenience is easier, you need to go meal prep first, outsource it. Then when time, I guess, as time goes on and things get a bit easier, you can then start to think about developing a bit more of a structure in your weeks. Current choices, they're often low in protein, higher in sugar and saturated fat, and they don't align with your future goals. So just think about this. Where do you need to be? Are you going for meal prep at home, or are you going to outsource it to a company? Just think, small swaps equal big results. And just think, where do you want to be 3 months, 6 months, 12 months time from now? And think about the person who achieves that goal. What are they doing? What is the future you, or what has the future you done to achieve said goal? Which meal will you upgrade first? Think about one area of your life. One meal fix is going to be good here. And just focus on one area. Hopefully that makes sense, team. If you've got any questions, let me know.